Hello, my name is Dr. Giuseppe Paladini. I'm the founder of Stepping Bricks, and today we're going to talk about how to invest in property if you have fears and what you can do to overcome them. First of all, what do you need to buy a property? Now, when I ask around, do you have any property? And the answer I get is no. And then when I ask why you don't have any property, I says, well, I don't know how to do it. And you probably need a lot of money. And I have fears of losing money. And I have a lot of other questions. Now, this is perfect because then we can help you to answer these questions. So if you have any fears, I urge you, first of all, to subscribe to this channel and to comment below what fears you have and why you haven't invested in property so far. And especially tell me how many years you've been wanting to invest in properties and you still haven't. So let's cover one by one all these fears. Number one, lack of knowledge. So you don't know, so you're scared and you say, probably this is not for me, it's too much. It's not like buy a bag of crisps, it's buying a property, so it's a lot more serious. Well, let me tell you, it's exactly like doing shopping. So you just need to understand, what you need to do, and the rest will come easily. Buying a property has exactly the same process as buying anything else, of course with different rules, and it's a lot more legal, but the same principle. However, if you buy a property for investment, as an investment, then make sure this property is making you money and not taking money out of your pocket. If it takes money out of your pocket, it becomes a liability. For example, your own home, the residential home where you live in, it's a liability, it's not an asset. But if it gives you money in the pocket, then that is an asset. So a buy-to-let, a rental property is an asset if it gives you money. If your mortgage payments are higher than the rental income, then it's a liability, okay? It's not giving you any money, it's not making you any money. So lack of knowledge, you can easily sort the lack of knowledge by studying, by getting educated, by getting the support, by getting a coach, mentor, or simply by reading books and watching YouTube channel, the Stepping Bricks, for example, and so on. So there are ways you can start educating and learn the new language, because property is a completely new language. Then the second reason I get is, I have fear of losing money. Fair enough, because it's a lot of money that you put in as a deposit, and of course you're a bit scared, which makes sense. However, again, with the right support, the right education, you can know easily how to put your money, how to buy a good deal. You can buy a deal that is probably home report value or below market value, which means, for example, if the property is worth £100,000, then if you get it for £90,000 or £80,000 or £70,000, that's below the market value. So the cheaper you get it, of course, depending on the circumstances on the vendor, but the cheaper you get it, the more equity you have to start with. You always make money when you buy, never when you sell. Remember this. Always when you buy. So if you buy correctly at the beginning, then you're fine. And even if you go blindfolded into an estate agency and buy a property just like that, even if it's not the best of the deals right now, it's going to grow up in value and it's going to be a good deal later on. Okay, so even in the worst case scenario, property will always go up in value. If you didn't pay a crazy amount of money on a property, then by the time it grows up in value, you build equity in that property. Of course, if you can build equity to start with, that's much better. That's a jump start for you. The other reason is, I don't know how to deal with tenants. I'm scared of they are going to trash the property and then I have to fork out more money to repair and maintain the property. Well, let me tell you, you're not a landlord. You are a professional property investor. And as a professional property investor, you need to give the property to manage to somebody else. Give it to a letting agent. Don't manage everything yourself. Why would you create a second job if your first goal is to leave your 9-to-5 job? So if you really want to, probably you hate your job, you don't like it, you want to get rid of that, you want to create assets that give you passive income, in that case, why would you manage your property to save, that 10% of the letting fee? That 10%, it's a lot more valuable than going and running at midnight to fix the boiler or problems, in the property. So my advice is always leverage as much as you can the knowledge, the expertise, the money, the time of other people that are in a better position than you. They know what they're doing, and they can help you not only save money, but also make more money. Because if you're not focused on going around and fix the tap or the properties, then you can spend that time into buying more properties and build a property portfolio which gives you more wealth. Now, again, there is a misconception you have to do everything yourself because you do it better than anybody else. Wrong. Don't do it. Okay? I'm telling you, again, I was in the same position. Don't do it. There are people better than you. They can do a better job than you and more structured. So just trust your team and move forward and focus your time in creating a higher cash flow task for yourself for the same time you're spending by fixing a tap, for example. Another good reason is, well, I don't have the money, I need to save up, and I don't have enough to save, for a deposit. Okay, again, it's about lifestyle. It's about choices. I always say you have things you need to buy and things you want to buy. If you reduce the things you want to buy and save up for the deposit, which by the way is not a lot. If you buy your residential property, you can get up to 95% mortgage, which means you only need 5% deposit. If you buy a buy-to-let, generally speaking, you need 25%. So for a £100,000 property, you will need £25,000. I do understand £25,000 is a lot of money for many people, which means that you need to be financially educated to budget and to save money. There are so many apps where you can get, cheaper deals everywhere, or lifestyle, like it could be shopping, could be second-hand furniture, it could be anything. There's Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, and so on, eBay, Amazon, whatever. So you can get a lot of deals, so they can save you money. You don't need to buy everything new if you're not in a position to buy everything new. So if your goal is to buy a property and save up the money for the deposit, then you need to work backward. Set your goal first, and then you work backward and say how many things I need to do to save up this amount of money this month. And then you say how much do I need to save every single day to be on track for my monthly goal, to be on track for my 25% deposit. If you do that, then I guarantee you will find the money for the deposit. And once you buy your first property, which is the scariest, by the way, then after that, everything becomes a lot easier. I always say it's like riding a bicycle. The first time is super scary. Once you learn how to do it, you don't even think about it and you just do it. So if you can do that with the right support, the right knowledge, the right education, then it's right for everybody, no matter of your background. I didn't start with money. I started with £37 in the bank, a job, yes, but that was it at the end of the month. And by educating myself, I understood how to release equity, how to leverage joint venture finance, and so on. And I built a property portfolio of over £2 million in short of 5 years. So you can do it too. I didn't come from a rich family, unfortunately, but my family is okay. But you can do it, without any big deposits or big funds to start with. If you want to get educated, we have a club where we meet every single week on Zoom. The link is below in the comments. If you want to join, it's only £49 a month. It's a subscription. You can cancel anytime, and you can get that support that can get you started in property with no problems whatsoever. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you subscribe to the channel, you can receive a notification when we release a video every week. And again, my name is Dr. Giuseppe Paladini. I'm the founder of Stepping Bricks, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.